Here are the women's standings. LSU with a 6-point lead over UCLA as they come down to the final event in the women's championships. Ready now for the women's 4x400 meter relay. The world record set by the Soviet Union back in 1988, 3:15.17. Arizona State has the 95 collegiate best, 3:29.45. And they won the one of the semifinal heats here, but the two teams favored are LSU and UCLA, and LSU will have LaTarsha Stroman leading off. Sheila Powell will run the second leg. Charlene Maulssed, who had a second in the 400, will run the third leg, and the anchor will be the senior Yolanda Warren in her last race as a Lady Tiger, who had a fourth place finish in the 400. They are the SEC champs. UCLA, they need a victory here. Camille Noel will lead it off for the Bruins. They were second in their semifinal. Sheila Burrell will run the second leg. She was fourth in the heptathlon event. Darlene Malco will run third, and the anchor will be Cicely Scott. The rest of the field, Nebraska will be in lane number 1. Baylor will be in lane 2. Texas in lane 3. They were second a year ago. Arizona State in 4. Then LSU and UCLA. Oregon in lane 5. Seton Hall, the defending champions, are in lane 8.
Well, Tim, anything less than disaster is going to not bode well for the UCLA Bruins here. LSU, a very strong team. They would have to drop the stick several times, and UCLA would have to win in order for the Bruins to win the team title. But it's good to see this kind of drama coming down to the final event of the championship.
Set!
LSU in white in lane 4, in lane 5. UCLA in lane 6.
It's very deceptive, this first lane, or this first lap of the 4x400. They actually run 3 full turns in their lanes, so it's very difficult to determine who is leading. You have to see who hands off first.
On the outside, Seton Hall.
Tasha Boston for Seton Hall is running very, very well, way out in lane 8 all by herself. And also LSU, LaTarsha Stroman, very strong for the Lady Tigers.
A good start for the Seton Hall defending champions. Tasha Boston, she'll hand it off to Charmaine Ross. LSU's LaTarsha Stroman will hand it to Sheila Powell. A good exchange, and Powell immediately picks up some speed for LSU.
LSU already has a 10-meter lead over UCLA and is leading the field. Now they'll break for the pole.
Sheila Powell will be looking for Charlene Maulssed for the next pass for LSU.
It just seems that LSU gets stronger and stronger on the women's side. Last year they were 4th in this race. Now they look to be the favorites to win here, along with their strong sprint core. None of their sprinters are in this 4x400, and many of them are underclassmen. So expect a strong team from LSU in the years to come as well, as they continue to lead in this 4x400.
Texas running in second place. They were second a year ago in this event. Arizona State running third. Sheila Powell will hand it off to Charlene Maulssed. Maulssed was second in the 400. She's a very strong third runner here on this leg. Texas running second. LSU first. Arizona State third.
Seton Hall is 4th, and UCLA well back in 5th place. It was a good run for the Bruins, but probably not going to happen as the race develops. Arizona State now making a move. Texas and LSU still hanging on to the lead, but it's a 3-team race at this point.
Avia Morgan running the third leg for Arizona State, closing some distance. For Texas, it's Toya Brown running second to LSU. Charlene Maulssed still on the lead for the Lady Tigers.
If Toya Brown can keep it close for Texas, they have Merlene Frazier on anchor.
Arizona State's Avia Morgan challenging Texas here. LSU well out in front. Yolanda Warren has the anchor leg, running her last race as a Lady Tiger. She's running hard. Arizona State second, Texas third.
Terrible exchange for Texas, and Merlene Frazier lost at least 5 or 6 meters. Lottie Akinremi, who was second in the 400 hurdles, anchoring for Arizona State, but no one's going to catch Yolanda Warren. Anything short of an injury or a drop baton, and the Lady Tigers are going to win the 4x400. UCLA currently in 4th place in this race.
Cicely Scott, the anchor for UCLA, way behind, and Warren running very, very strongly here. Nobody close to Yolanda Warren of the Lady Tigers of LSU. Akinremi for Arizona State. running second. Merlene Fraser for Texas third. Now Fraser challenging for second place. Fraser will catch Akinremi moving to second, but it's LSU with the victory and the championship. Texas second, Arizona State third. UCLA is fourth. Oregon is fifth.
And what a great conclusion to a terrific women's team battle. Going right down to the final event of the meet, 4x400 relay. LSU showing why they've been champions now for 9 straight years. Winning the 4x400 relay. What a great group, many of them again underclassmen. And a valiant attempt by UCLA. Kept it much closer than we would have expected when we started this meet.
So let's go down to Lewis Johnson with the LSU Lady Tigers, the 95 champions. Lewis?
All right, Tim, I've got the champions here. They're all excited. I've got 2 seniors on the team. LaTarsha, Sheila, and Yolanda, you guys must be so excited about this victory.
Yeah, very happy. I'm glad we won.
What was you waiting for?
I wanted to leave. I wanted to leave LSU with a bang, and I did. And I'm proud of all of us. And
how do you feel about the team title? That must be the most important thing. Number 9 has got to be super for you.
We're just working. We're trying to get to number 10 now. Take it 1 year at a time.
All right, congratulations, ladies. You're champions.
We're going to get out on the mat.
Final standings for the women's championship. LSU 69 points to 58 for UCLA. Georgia was third. For the